I love a good roller set, but I don't always have time to sit under the dryer. Stick around to see how my dry set turns out.
Hey friends, and welcome back to Naturally Corporate. So today I'm doing a roller set on dry stretched hair, and this video is a little bit of a throwback because I'm using sponge rollers. Now these aren't the sponge rollers that I grew up with. This is the new and improved version. They're not new, but this is the improved version, I should say. I'm using sponge rollers, but they have a satin silky lining on the outside. So that's what makes them so much better than sponge rollers of yesteryear. So I got a pack of 12 rollers. Well, it's 2 packs of 6. I don't think I need more than this because these are the 1.5 inch size. They're pretty big. I have fine hair. I have a fair amount of it, but I just don't think me using more rollers will give me the look that I want. I'm aiming for loose, flowy curls. And I know, I'm well aware that because I'm using sponge rollers, they may not be that loose on the first day. But yeah, so I shampooed and blow dried my hair. So here's what it looks like. And I wasn't quite sure what styler to put on my hair because I'm using sponge rollers. So what I'm going to do is use a little bit of this Chi Keratin Flexi Hold Spray, and I just picked this up from Marshall's, and I use it very sparingly. It's a holding spray. It says Keratin Flex Finish Hairspray, Flexible Hold Finishing Spray, and that's what I'm looking for. I still want to be able to run my fingers through my hair if I need to. All right, so let me get started. I'm going to decide if I want a middle part, side part, and then start putting my rollers in.
Now, I often use my fingers to make my parts, and if you have fine hair, you may already be hip to this little trick, but using a comb sometimes just makes the part lines too harsh, and having those lines in there doesn't really kill your hairstyle, but it doesn't enhance it either. So that's why I just choose to use my fingers to make my parts, especially for a style like this where it's just going to be kind of loose and curly. It doesn't work for all styles, but it certainly works for a style like this. Normally I would use end wraps when I roll my hair, but because these sponge rollers have a satin lining, I didn't feel I needed to use it because the satin should still keep my hair pretty moisturized. So I think I'm good to go, and I'm just combing my hair through a little bit with my fine-tooth comb just to make sure it is as smooth as I can possibly get it. It's detangled, but I do want it to get it as smooth as I can, hopefully to get the nicest, smoothest curls that I can.
All right, so I discovered that my hair is really dry in some spots, mainly on the ends, and I'm just afraid that by me not using any type of styler at all, that my hair is just gonna come out too poofy and too big and may not come out right. And I know it's going to be big because I'm not using a styler. I didn't flat iron my hair. I just blowed it dry. So I grabbed my argan oil and I'm gonna put some on this side in hopes that it just kind of tames some of the frizz that may happen. Plus, since I'm using this flexible hold hairspray, I'm just not quite sure how it's going to turn out. I know it's going to be big and potentially poofy. Like I said, I didn't flat iron and I just blowed it dry. So this side's already done, and I ended up only using 5 rollers on this side. I might go back and split this one into 2 because my hair is the thickest in my crown area and up here. So I may go back and make this one into 2. But as you can see, I only use 1 back here. I thought that I might have had to use 2, but my hair is so fine and low density in the back, I just ended up using 1. So 5 on this side, and I'll finish up this half. All right, so all of my rollers are in. Now, I'm going to turn around and show you the back. Your roller sets may not look like my roller sets because we probably have different hair types. Yours may be fuller than mine, thicker than mine. So you may have more rollers, but this is what I hope will work for me. I just know my hair, so. Okay, and I was thinking about the last time I used sponge rollers. I believe, gosh, it might have been when my hair was still relaxed. So relaxed hair and chemical-free hair, totally different end results, most likely, but we will see. So stay tuned and I'll show you what it looks like when I take these out.
Yes, I slept in these sponge rollers. If you are new to sponge rollers, let me tell you, they are so soft and comfortable to sleep in. And these are the jumbo, so they're 1.5 inches. It really doesn't even matter. You know, they're made out of sponge, so naturally they're going to be soft. I'm just taking these rollers out, and it never fails. I always get a snag. I don't know, my hair gets caught up in the clip portion of the roller, so I just disconnected the roller so I could get my hair out without pulling it. My hair is very soft despite me using the flexible holding spray, and as you can see, my fingers are just running through my hair. It's not hard or crunchy or anything like that, and it's very easy to manipulate and kind of get it situated the way I want. So yeah, it's big. This is really big hair. And what I'm doing, I'm just using the pads of my fingers to smooth out any parts, even though I did finger part. So I love it. Love the way that my hair came out. And like I told you, it's big. It is really, really big. I'm showing you the back for a reason. Y'all, my hair is fine and it's not even all that thick. But using these sponge rollers for this big, voluminous, fluffy style is really giving the illusion that I've got this massive, thick head of hair. And I really, really don't. I'm loving it. I'm just playing with it, situating the curls that I want. I'm not really a middle part. Middle parts aren't my favorite, but I do love a good side part. So I added my side part, and then I'm going to just do that behind the ear tuck, and I am feeling it. Okay, so here's later, and my curls are sitting really nice, but I do have to tell you too, the curls do fall as the hours go by. I think that the curls just stay on curly just like they were when I first took the rollers out. I maintain this look by putting the rollers in my hair every 2 days. You may want to put your rollers in every night. It's just up to you and depending on how your hair reacts. But this is day 4, and the night before I put in all 12 rollers, and I kind of did a little spirally action, almost as if I were doing flexi rods. But anyway, I used all 12 rollers, just to maintain my look, and I really, really like it. So just keep in mind when doing this style, even though I used a light holding spray, my hair was still very soft, and I also did use the argan oil. So, excuse my little flakes there. But I just overall really, really love this style. It is effortless. I used 12 sponge rollers to get these waves. And I guess what I could do at this point is put a little bit more of the flexible holding spray. That might even help the waves last a little bit longer. But look at that. Look at that. I flat ironed my hair. Hasn't even been a month ago, and I'm not ready to flat iron it yet. But these sponge rollers really helped me get a look. Ladies, thanks for hanging with me and staying till the end of the video. If you haven't tried sponge rollers, think about it. Until next time, keep it naturally corporate.